Good day, everyone. Welcome to our class, Social Studies, Grade 9A and 9B students. Your teacher here, Miss MJ. This video is made especially for the students who were not able to join our virtual class. This video is considered as a recap makeup class. Class, before we proceed with our online learning discussions, let's have a short recap of the last topics that we have discussed. The first one is culture. What is culture? It talks about language, medical cure, religion, child rearing methods, food, folk art, celebrations, as well as jokes, manners, clothes and dressing, and of course, working schedules. The second topic that we have discussed is about Christmas. What is Christmas? Today, Christmas is celebrated around the world. Traditions vary from country to country, from religion to religion. For Christians, Christmas means the birth of Jesus Christ. But either to themselves or to others, Christmas provides the meeting with family and friends around the world for Christmas, happily sharing a meal. In Portugal, Christmas is celebrating on 25 December, date set as the day of the birth of Christ. And the last topic that we have discussed is about vegetarianism. What is vegetarianism? Vegetarian, a diet based on plants, fruits, vegetables, cereal grains, nuts, and seeds, with or without dairy products and eggs. There are specific types of being a vegetarian. They are lacto-vegetarian, ovo-vegetarian, and lacto-ovo-vegetarian. We also have the so-called semi-vegetarian or pescetarian. Vegan exclude all animal products. Class, the objectives of our lesson for today are the following. Number one, students must be able to know what Hinduism is. And number two, students must be able to know what Chinese New Year is. So I expect that at the end of this lesson, you guys already know what Hinduism and what Chinese New Year is. Now, class, let us proceed with our online discussion by reading the following topics and, of course, the vocabulary words that can help us better understand our topic. So the first topic is Hinduism, and the second one is about Chinese New Year. Here are the words to learn. Please repeat after me so you can practice your reading skills and your speaking skills even if you're just at home. Let's start reading now. Number one, Hinduism. Number two, religion. Number three, festival. Number four, traditional. And number five, prosperity. Now let's discuss these five words one by one. Introduction to Hinduism. What is Hinduism? It is the oldest major religion in the world. It is 5,000 years old and is the third largest religion. It is the traditional religion of India, originated in the Indus Valley. The religion is based on God-given truths or laws and is a way of life based on universal principles. The second word is religion. It means faith, belief, creed, doctrine, sect, cult, piety, denomination, devotion, and persuasion. So when we say religion, class, it is our belief or creed or faith based on the religion that we are following. The second word is festival. What do you mean by festival? It means celebration, gala, fete, holiday, feast, carnival, fair, festivity, jamboree, and fiesta. So when we say festival, class, these are kind of celebration that are being celebrated because it is part of the tradition or maybe just part of the culture. Next word is traditional. It means conventional, customary, common, established, usual, orthodox, habitual, standard, accustomed, and regular. And the last word here, prosperity. Prosperous means rich, wealthy, affluent, well-to-do, flourishing, thriving, successful, well-off, booming, and well-heeled. So these five words are going to help us better understand our topic for today.
Hinduism is the third largest religion in the world, with more than 1 billion adherents globally. It ranks just below Christianity and Islam and is considered to be one of the world's oldest active religions. So where did it all start? What's the history of Hinduism? First and foremost, Hinduism doesn't have one specific set of teachings, nor a specific holy doctrine or founder, though it may have originated as far back as 3000 BCE with the Indus Valley Civilization near the current border of Pakistan and India. Although Hinduism is commonly classified as a religion, it is also considered a philosophy and a culture. Because the belief system has no standard method of practice, it's considered to be one of the most tolerant religions in the world. Hinduism is closely associated with other Eastern religions. In fact, Hinduism incorporated concepts like karma and reincarnation around the same time that similar concepts emerged in Buddhism and Jainism. These ideas deal with the cycle of life and rebirth, as well as the consequences of a person's actions. Another major distinguishing feature of Hinduism compared to most other active religions is its belief in multiple deities. The primary three are Shiva, Vishnu, and Brahma, but there are many others. However, some Hindus consider these deities to be manifestations of a single cosmic spirit called Brahman, who is genderless and omnipotent. Many Hindus also consider the ancient Vedic texts to be sacred. The scripture was written in Sanskrit around 1000 BCE as a hymn to the gods. Within the Veda, multiple major and minor deities are described, including Indra, the king of gods, and Vishnu, a protector god. Today, Hindus recite verses from this text ritualistically during weddings and funerals. Currently, about 15% of the world's population subscribes to Hinduism, with roughly 99% of Hindus residing in India and Nepal. In nations like Mauritius, Fiji, and Guyana, Hindus also constitute a large minority. In America, there are also about 2 million Hindus who make up about 0.5% of the population. Hinduism started in South Asia and continues to thrive there. India's relationship with Hinduism is deep, with the Hindu Nationalist Indian People's Party currently wielding power. India's Prime Minister is also the latest in a long line of predominantly Hindu leaders. By 2050, Hinduism is expected to grow by 34% to about 1.4 billion adherents globally. However, as its influence is limited outside Asia, the religion will most likely stay in the number 3 spot behind Christianity and Islam for a long time to come. For a look at one extreme ancient Hindu practice, check out this video from This Happened Here Now.
The interplay of hot asphalt and cooling water might be a nod to the goddess Shitala herself, whose name translates roughly to the one who cools.
Thanks for watching TestTube News. Subscribe for new videos every day.
About Hinduism, please open your social studies book on page 51 and please highlight only the ones that are highlighted in here. So let's read the first paragraph. Being the majority of people in India and Nepal, Hinduism also has over 900 million followers worldwide. Hinduism has no single founder, no single scripture, and no commonly agreed set of teachings. But always remember, class, that they have a text that is called Vedas. And yes, they are not only a religion, but they are also a way of life. And they are the third largest religion in the world. Now, in United States of America, there are more than 2 million people that are following the teachings of Hinduism. Ganesha is the most common god associated with Hinduism. Ganesha is depicted as having a curved trunk, big ears, and a huge pot-bellied body of a human being, worshipped as the god of knowledge, wisdom, and wealth. So this is what Ganesha looked like, or this is how they depicted him. So in Hinduism god, they have Brahman, but they also have deities, which are Shiva, Ganesha, and Vishnu. Let us still continue studying about Hinduism. Still, we are on page 51 of your book. In Thailand, Ganesha is worshipped as the deity of good fortune and the remover of obstacles. So they believe that Ganesha brings good fortune or good luck and that he removes the problems in their lives. The Hindu temple in Bangkok houses a Ganesha image which was transported from India in the late 19th century. Thai Buddhists frequently go there to pay respect to him and other Hindu deities. So this particular Hindu class is Hindu temple, I should say, is the Siri Mariamman Temple in Silom Road.
Every winter, a sixth of the world's population, including more than 1 billion Chinese citizens, celebrate Chinese New Year. The 15-day festival, also known as Lunar New Year or the Spring Festival, kicks off on the second new moon after the winter solstice. Or, according to the Gregorian calendar, in use since the 16th century, sometime between January 21st and February 19th. But Chinese New Year goes back a lot further than the 16th century. It's based on the ancient Chinese calendar, which existed as early as the 14th century BC. Even though China adopted the Western calendar in 1912 and began marking January 1st as the official start of the year, Chinese New Year remains the country's most important social and economic holiday. Over the centuries, holiday festivities have spread far beyond China and now take place all over the world. In fact, the biggest celebration outside of China takes place in the United States, San Francisco to be exact. Ever since the gold rush in the 1840s and 50s brought an influx of Chinese immigrant workers to Northern California, the city has held a massive parade for Chinese New Year. According to Chinese tradition, each year is named for one of the 12 animals associated with the Chinese zodiac. Two of those animals, the dragon and the rabbit, are particularly important to Chinese New Year. You'll see dragons everywhere because the Chinese are said to have descended from the mythical creature. And on the 15th day of the new year, known as the Festival of Lanterns, many people display paper lanterns in the shape of rabbits. These symbolize a Chinese goddess named Chang'e, who is said to have brought a rabbit along with her when she jumped on the moon. To prepare for Chinese New Year, lots of people clean out their houses to rid them of ghosts and bad luck associated with the old year. They might get a new haircut and clothes, settle disagreements, or pay off debts in order to start the year fresh. In this way, the Chinese New Year customs resemble the Western custom of New Year's resolutions. In the late night hours of Chinese New Year's Eve, many families make dumplings together. This food is said to bring good fortune to the household. Long noodles are also a traditional Chinese New Year's dish. But if you want to live a long life, never cut the noodles while eating them. And be sure to wear red, the color of good luck, and avoid black, which many people associate with death. Whether they are superstitions or resolutions, one thing's for sure, there's a lot of tradition associated with Chinese New Year that we bet you didn't know.
Let us continue discussing. The last topic for today is about Chinese New Year. Please open your social studies book on page 52. So Chinese New Year, also known as Spring Festival, is the biggest celebrations of the year in China. The date of Chinese New Year changes from year to year, corresponding to the new moon, black moon, in either late January or February. So class, this Chinese celebration or Chinese New Year celebration, also known as the Spring Festival, is the most important festival in China. Okay, this lasted from 3 days to about 15 days. And the date for Chinese New Year vary from year to year because it corresponds to the new moon or black moon in either late January or early February. Every family buys presents, decorations, food, new clothes, and people have their hair cut. Houses are cleaned up to sweep out bad luck and clear the way for good luck. Doors and windows are newly painted in red. Red is lucky. People decorate their homes with lanterns. That's why, class, when you see red colors in Chinese New Year, it is just common because it is associated with the celebration. Still continue with our topic about Chinese New Year, and yes, we are still on page 52 of your social studies book. Children receive lucky red packets containing sweets or money from their parents or grandparents, and this is what we call the ang pao. Gong hei fa chai in Mandarin and Gong hei fa choi in Cantonese. That is how they say Happy Chinese New Year in Mandarin and Cantonese languages. Street celebration often include a traditional lion dance because they thought that this bring good luck for them. Chinese New Year is also a big event of the year in Thailand. It is a time to honor household deities as well as ancestors. And they gather as one big happy family sharing their meal together. Let us proceed to the summary of our topics for today. So the first subject or topic that we have studied is about Hinduism. Again, it originated in India. They believe in many gods like Shiva, Vishnu, Ganesha. They believe in reincarnation, the rebirth of souls after death, and they believe about karma, moral consequences of people. The second topic that we have discussed is about Chinese New Year. It is also known as the Spring Festival, and it takes place on the first day of spring-based lunar calendar. The Lunar New Year because the day occurs on the new moon or on the first new moon. Celebrated over many centuries, it is strongly connected to many myths and traditions. Chinese New Year celebrations are held around the world. So class, it's time for us to test your understanding of our lesson for today. So I'm going to give you an activity, and this activity is live worksheets. Click the link in the Google Classroom to answer the activity. So this is what your activity looks like. You are just going to drag the word. Okay, you're just going to drag the word in here, going to the space or line provided. Okay, and then after that class, you click finish, click check my answers, and you can see your scores. Good luck, everyone. Class, if you do not have anything to say or anything to ask, or if you are shy to ask, you can always send me a message in my personal line account. Stay safe, everyone, and I'll see you again next time. Goodbye.